I've been kissed by the sun each morning, put my feet on a hardwood floor. Well, technically carpet. I get to hear my children laughing down the hall through the bedroom door. Well, really, they do a lot of arguing, but we're going to change that up. That's not the point of the video. Hold on one second. Okay, so why are we here today? Today, you are going to get the opportunity to watch me do my makeup, right? You know, normally I try to come on here a little bare skin, you know, to appreciate what God has given me. You know what I mean? But I'm going to add a little sparkle to that. Hold on, what's this on my face? Okay, so get ready with me. Okay, get ready with me. Here we go. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show y'all is this lamination brow gel set. Y'all, this is a blessing. Came from Dollar Tree. I think it's like $1.25, $1.50. You know, they try to creep in, you know, a little price increase without you noticing. But I'm going to put this on my brows. What I like to do is I brush them up, you know what I'm saying? And so it can really give that, basically show you what your brow is looking like. Instead of being all scruffed up. See it? See it? Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is fill them in. I use this dollar, I think it's a lip pencil, but I use it for my brows and my lips. Brow pencil, this is by, I'm pretty sure it's by Wet n Wild or something. But I just go under and I fill it in. And I gotta go on top. You know, stuff like that. Fill it in without moving the strokes of hair. You know, I want to give it an outline. You know what I mean? I do that, I fill it in. You see? You see? Okay, so that's that brow. I'm gonna do the other one. All right, y'all, here's the brows. They are browing. Okay. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna go on and put my primer on. I use the e.l.f. Power Grip Matte Primer because I have combination skin, so I get a little oily. Mostly oily. So should I say combination? Maybe I just get oily. There's some spots that are normal. So I'm gonna take that and put this on this little fun section of my face. All the spots that get really oily. Mainly my T-zone. You know what I mean? Yeah. Put that on my nose. That's where they really be popping out around my mouth. Also put it in my crease area where it tends to fold. Those smile lines tend to come through. Also, somehow in this area, it gets a little oily. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Now this is done. Now I'm going to move on to my foundation, y'all. One of the best foundations I've ever used, and I use a lot of foundation from high-end to drugstore. This is my all-time favorite drugstore foundation. It's the Maybelline Super Stay matte, well, Lumi Matte Foundation. My number is 355. Okay. So what I do is I go here. I'm going to put that on there. Some people might say that's a lot, you know, but that's, of course, your opinion. And this is my business. You know what I mean? And what I do is I spray it with the Maybelline Lasting Fix Spray before I even like blend it in. So I go. Okay, so boom. Now I use a flat brush, one of these. Okay. These flat brushes, I just washed this. I just used it yesterday. I get one more, you know, used to it. So just what I'm going to do. So I'll go like this for me, for my makeup. On camera, I know it may look a little orange, but in real life, it's not. It is the color that it's supposed to be. You see, it's kind of like blended in now, period, because it's supposed to. You're never supposed to be not blended where it looks, where it don't look like you, okay? So I go like this, but I'm patting. I'm not smearing in. Ugh. I guess while we on here, I can tell y'all about. Nah, never mind. We're just going to keep this as a regular tutorial. Hold on. All right, so here is the foundation blended in. I don't put foundation under my eyes because you tend to crease more there. I use the Maybelline Super Stay concealer too. This is, I don't know what color this is, but 45. So I just put that. I do a little V because that's me. I like that. I like my T-zone to be a little broad. Okay. Put that there. I even go here. So when I bring them all together, they come together. Okay. And I put a little line down my nose. Look a little crooked, but don't worry about it. It's going to do what it's going to do. Hold on one second. Okay. So concealer, foundation on. My next thing right here is I put on my powder, which is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I use a puff, one of these. To puff, get. Never mind, don't worry about it. But I go here and I put my powder. And I go in all the spots I needed to not crease. I don't put a whole lot of concealer on my eyes like some people do when they're about to put on eyeshadow. I haven't put on eyeshadow like for real in a couple of years now when I stopped doing makeup. Oh yeah, did I tell you that? I'm a makeup artist too. That's just something I used to do on the side. I stopped doing it. I do it for friends, stuff like that. I help people. I teach classes, stuff like that, one-on-ones. And that's been a blessing to so many people. But don't ask me to touch your face. Don't even think about it. Because the answer is no. But I'll teach you though. I will teach you how to touch your own face. It's always nice to get to know our face and touch our face in all the right ways. You know what I mean? Y'all see how smooth my skin is looking? I put a little bit on my forehead too. Okay. Now, before I actually do this, well, I used to. I'm going to say used to. I used to put some bronzer glow on. This is called Baby Got Bronze by Essence Liquid Bronzer. But because it's wintertime and I put that on, it makes me a little darker. So I just avoid that step for now. And I do something else. So hold on, let me tell you what that is. So instead of doing the liquid bronzer, I just use the powder bronzer. And I use Got Me Covered Long Wear Powder by Essence. This is the same brand as the liquid bronzer. And so you see it's still some like lightness to my, from my powder. I use a different brush. This is a powder brush. Yep, this is the powder brush. And I go and tap this in here. Tap it like flat, And then I go around these parts. And I just go around the perimeter of my face to bring the color back so it won't look pale looking, I didn't think I can look pale, but I guess I found out I could. So I do this. Hold on. Then I'm going to go ahead and put on some blush. It's kind of like a orangey color that goes really well for people with my skin complexion. Like that. I even put a little bit on my nose, on the side of my nose, just to bring some color back. And then, I go over, I set my face again. Let that dry. Then I'm going to go ahead and put my liquid eyeliner on. But I'm going to do that off camera because it takes time. It's a work of art. For the second time, I went ahead and threw my lashes out too. You know what I mean? Now I'm going to go ahead and do my lip liner. Remember I told you I do use this for my eyebrows. I just resharpen it. And then use it for my lips. So hold you. Okay, lip liner is on. Y'all see it, it's cute. Okay, now I'm on the last part and I'm doing, this is Milky Gloss. My favorite gloss of all time. Y'all want no secret? I don't really like lipstick. This is my lips. This is the face. Hold on though. Alright you guys, here is the final look. Should I start doing more beauty videos? Y'all let me know. Either way, happy Saturday, y'all. See you later.